Pictures up. Atung.
Gabe,
There you are.
good to see you. God, I miss you.
Miss you too.
Been here long?
A few minutes.
Sorry about that. This meeting.
Want some?
Please, it's been weeks.
Months.
Karen's still pissed with me?
You could say that.
Boy, she really holds a grudge, doesn't she?
Well, this is sort of a biggie, though, you gotta admit. When'd you get to town?
This morning, Nancy came with me.
Oh, yeah?
She loves New York. Thought we'd hang out, see a couple of shows.
So you going up to see the kids?
No, not this weekend. I have them next week. This is her week. I'm not going to mess with that, believe me.
Oh.
God forbid there's any change of plan. It's like Nuremberg.
Well, you look great.
Thanks. I feel great. I'm running again.
Really?
I lost a little weight.
More than a little.
Nancy and I, we get up at 6,
Wow, 6?
run 4 or 5 miles,
How do you do it?
come back, make love in the shower. Then it's off to work. That's my new regimen. And let me tell you, it's totally changed my perspective on my day.
Must be those invigorating showers.
The things she has me doing. Gabe!
Lucky you.
Nancy has more imagination, more daring, more wisdom. I mean, it just goes to show you how age is totally irrelevant. I'm a boy toy at 43.
Uh-huh.
She is so at home in her own body. See, I've never known what that was like. A lover teaches you that. It's something you learn together. Beth and I never had that. She was never comfortable in her own body.
Really? Gee, I always thought...
So how could I expect her to be comfortable with mine? Nancy and I will be strolling along and she'll put her hand on my ass or something just like that, without even thinking about it. With Beth, sex was always up to me. It was never about her wanting me. It was never about desire. It was always about obligation. And then once the kids came, well, you know how that is.
Uh-huh.
Sex became one more thing on my list of things to do. Nancy and I were totally in sync. All she has to do is stroke my fingers and I get hard, or give me a look, or laugh a certain way.
You two ever talk?
Oh yeah, are you kidding? We talk all the time. Remember what that's like when a relationship is new? All that talk, all that sex, all that laughter. Nancy really hears me. She hears me.
Uh-huh.
She saved my life, Gabe. She really did. She breathed life right back into me.
Good. That's great. I'm glad. What?
What are you thinking?
What do you mean?
I know you. I know that look.
I'm just listening. You don't want me to say anything, right?
Oh, Christ.
No, isn't that what you told me?
I said that when I was still very raw.
Oh, and you're not so raw anymore? Well, what are the rules then? You gotta fill me in here, pal. I gotta know the rules so I don't step out of bounds.
I'm trying to tell you, I was dying. I was losing the will to live. You don't understand that, do you? The life I was living had no relationship to who I was or what I wanted. It was deadening. The constant logistics of, you pick up Sam and take him to lollipop tennis. I'll take Lori to hockey practice.
But that's...
This is what we talk about. No, really.
I
This
know.
would pass for conversation in our house.
I know, but...
The dog finished me off. Oh man, that dog. Sarge, it wasn't enough that we had 2 cats, fish, and a guinea pig. No. Beth felt that we had to have a dog because she had a dog. I'd spent my entire adult life cleaning up one form of shit or another. Now I was onto dog shit. I should have gone into waste management. How do you keep love alive when you're shoveling shit all day long?
We've all made sacrifices for our kids. It's the price you pay for having a family.
Yeah, but you have to really want that.
What do you mean?
You and Karen, you really wanted it. That's what I realized. I never really did.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what I was thinking. It was totally against my nature.
What was?
Settling down, having kids. It was just one more thing I'd done because it was expected of me, not because I had any real passion for it, like law. It was a foregone conclusion. Since the age of 10, I'd become a lawyer like my father. I always felt, I don't know, inauthentic about living this life.
What, you were a party boy trapped in the body of a family man? Tommy, I could swear I actually saw you enjoying yourself on a number of occasions in the last decade or so.
Well, sure. But honestly, most of the time I was just being a good sport.
A good sport?
You know what I mean.
Wait a minute, you mean to tell me that all those years, Tom, the four of us together, raising our kids together, the dinners, the vacations, the hours of videotape, you were just being a good sport?
No.
Then what, Tom? I don't get it. You know, I was there as well as you. This misery you describe, the agony. Gee, I thought we were all just living our lives, you know? Sharing our humdrum little existences. I thought you were there, wholeheartedly there. And now you're saying you had an eye on the clock and a foot out the door?
You've got to stop taking this so personally.
Well, how would you take it? You say you were wasting your life. That's what you've said.
I don't mean you and Karen. I don't mean you. I'd never mean you. You're my best friend. I've got to be able to say this stuff to you. I'm talking about my marriage.
But it's not that simple, Tom. We were there, Karen and Danny and Isaac and I. We were all there. We were all a big part of that terrible life you had to get the hell away from. You know, Isaac's totally freaked out by this, by the way. So when you repudiate your entire adult life,
That's not what I've done.
that's essentially what you've done, and I can see how you might find it necessary to do that. It must be strangely exhilarating, blowing everything to bits.
Gabe.
Now, I mean it. You build something that's precarious in even the best of circumstances. And you succeed. At least you make it look like you've succeeded. Your friends think you have. You had us fooled. And then one day you just blow it all up. It's like, you know, I watch Danny and Isaac sometimes dump all their toys on the floor. Legos and blocks and train tracks and build these elaborate cities together. They'll spend hours at it. They'll plan and collaborate and squabble and negotiate, but they'll do it. And then what do? They wreck it. No pause to revel in what they accomplished. No sigh of satisfaction. They just launch a full throttle attack, bombs bursting, and tear the whole damn thing apart.
I just want you to be my friend. That's it. I want you to be happy for me.
Happy for you.
Happy I turned my life around.
Sure, Tom. I'm happy
You know,
for you.
you can be so fucking smug sometimes.
What?
You know what I'm talking about. Even you and Karen.
What?
Never mind.
What?
Come on, Gabe. I've heard you complain.
Well, sure, we all complain. And that's what married friends do. We joke about sex and bellyache about our wives and kids, but that doesn't mean we're about to leave them. Marriages all go through a kind of baseline wretchedness from time to time. But we do what we can to ride those patches out.
Like my parents did, like your parents, they wrote it out for 50 years. Is that what you want me to do? Is it? What kind of example would that be setting for my kids? That we're powerless to change our lives? You make a mistake? Too bad, you just have to live with it?
I don't know.
Come on, Gabe, haven't you just ever wanted to chuck it all and start all over again? Just admit it.
Well, sure, of course I do.
Okay.
But the feeling passes. You know, the key to civilization, I think, is fighting the impulse to chuck it all. I mean, where would we be with everybody's ids running rampant?
Look, all I'm saying, just don't do what I did. Don't shut your eyes. I was so steeped in denial and resignation. I know the signs, believe me.
Why are you doing this?
I'm your friend. I'd hate for you to wake up at 50 and...
You don't get it. I cling to Karen. I cling to her. Imagining a life without her doesn't excite me. It just makes me anxious.
Okay.
It all goes by so fast, Tom, I know. Hair goes, the waist, the stamina, the capacity for staying up late to read or watch a movie. Never mind sex. You're a shocker. Karen is premenopausal. My sweetheart. I love her. That sweet girl I loved around with on endless Sundays is getting hot flashes. It doesn't seem possible. I mean, we spend our youth unconscious, feeling immortal. And then we marry and have kids and awaken with a shock to mortality. Theirs, ours, it's all we see. Worry about them, their safety. be our own. Airbags, plane crashes, pet arrests. And spend our middle years wanting back the dreamy, carefree part. The part we fucked and pissed away. Now we want that back because now we know how fleeting it all is. Now we know. And it doesn't seem fair. So much is gone when there's really so little left. So, some of us try to regain unconsciousness. Some of us blow up our homes. Others of us take up piano. I'm taking piano.
Hey.
We had a vow too, you know. Not a marriage, but something like it.
Yeah?
We were supposed to get old and fat together, the four of us. Watch each other's kids grow up and cry at their weddings.
It's not like I'm dead, you know.
Yes, I mean, I thought we were in this together, you know, for life.
Isn't that just another way of saying misery loves company? I'm kidding. Hey, I'll still be there. It just won't be with Beth. How is she?
Fine, I think. We actually haven't seen that much of her lately. Karen was supposed to have lunch with her today.
You meet David yet?
David?
You know, the guy she's seeing.
No, we haven't.
He's actually a very nice guy. I don't hold anything against him. You gotta hand it to him. Hanging in there all these years, finally getting what he wanted.
How do you mean?
Well, he really fell for Beth, you know? He was really in love with her. I'm sure she's told you all about it.
Huh?
That's what's so weird about this. We could have broken up back then, when they had their thing. But we stuck it out. 10 years and 2 kids later, they're back together. I better go. I told Nancy I'd meet her at Saks. She loves taking me shopping. She hates my ties. She got me this one for Christmas.
Nice.
Listen, I'll call you. Hey, how about... I'm seeing the kids next weekend. What if
Actually, we're going to be away next weekend.
Oh.
My sister's in New Hampshire. We said we'd go up and see her.
Uh-huh. Well, next time then.
Sure.
I can't wait for you to meet Nancy. I'm telling you. You're going to love her. She knows a lot about food.
Oh, yeah?
She wants to be a nutritionist.
Really? I thought she was a travel agent.
She is. I mean, she doesn't want to do that forever. She wants to go back to school and get a degree, you know?
Uh-huh.
We'll all go out to dinner. The 4 of us. How's that?
No, this one's on me.
You sure? Thanks. I'll get the next one.
That's right. The next one.
When's your train? I'll walk out with you.
Actually, I'm not going home. I'm flying up to the vineyard.
Oh, yeah?
My flight's not till 7. Karen and the kids are driving up right now. We're opening up the house this weekend.
I can't believe it's already summer.
Almost.
I'm jealous. I wish I was going with you.
Yeah, well. Bye, Tom.
I'll call you. Tell Karen I said hi, if you think she'd be glad to hear from me, and send my love to the boys. Tell Isaac, tell him everything's gonna be okay.
Bye.